You will never make that mistake again. Hi, my name is Stan Kondrad from The Greek for All. In Greek there are two words which look very similar, and so students confuse them all the time in their translations. So in this video I'm going to share some life hacks which I share with my students, so you will never ever confuse those words again. Let's begin. Alright, so here we have our two words which we are going to work with today, and as you can see they look very similar. The only difference is just this initial letter. Here we have upsilon and here we have eta, so we read this word hemes, and this one we read humes. As you can see, the rest of these words is absolutely identical. The rough breathing mark, the accent, and the rest of the words are the same. So this is why many students confuse these two words when they see them in the biblical text. So the word hemes means we, and the word humes means you. And as you can see, the meaning of these words is somewhat opposite. To make things worse, these words look very similar in other cases as well. So here we see how these words look through the cases. Let us remember that both of them are plural. So this is the nominative which we already saw. So we translate this one as we and this one as you. As you can see, in all cases the only difference is just this initial letter. So we translate hemas as us. In genitive hemon we translate as of us, or simply our, and in dative hemin we translate as to us or for us. And this one will be in accusative also you. Here it will be of you or simply your, and it will be to you or for you. So you can see how similar these words look. No wonder students confuse them all the time in the biblical text. So here's the life hack. So all we need to do, we need to look at this initial letter. You see in this word it is upsilon, and it is written and looks very similar to the English letter U, which sounds like you. And this is why when we text message each other we often substitute the word you for you, because this letter gives us the same sound of this word you. And so this is the whole life hack. So if you look at this word and you see this upsilon which looks like you in English, this word means you. So every time you see this upsilon, this word means you, and if you don't see this upsilon, this word means we. Now let's go into the biblical text and practice our translation and recognition of these two words. So, and we will begin with the Sermon on the Mount. This is the Lord's Prayer, and this is the very famous verse of that prayer. So let's read it. Pater hemon ho en tois uranois. So this is our word, and we immediately look at this first letter. It's not upsilon, so this word means us or we. So we look at the endings. This is genitive plural, so it means of us or simply our. And now we can translate it. Pater means a father, so our father. So this is how we translate here, our father. This definite article is the substantive definite article, so our father, the one who is in the heavens. So we have a prepositional phrase here, in the heavens. So our father who are in heaven. And this is our second text. So here we have two words, humin, and also we have hemon. And here we see the initial letter upsilon, which looks like English letter U. So this word means you. And then we look at the ending. This is dative ending, so the word means to you. So now we can translate charis means grace, so grace to you. Kai, and eirene, and peace. So grace to you and peace. And then we have this preposition, which apo, which requires the genitive case, and this is what we have here, genitive. We translate it as from. So grace to you and peace from God. And now we have the second word here, hemon. So we look at the initial letter. It's eta, so this word means we or us. Now we look at this genitive ending, so we translate this one as our. So God, our Father. So grace and peace to you from God our Father and Lord Jesus Christ. So this preposition works with these two phrases, okay? God our Father and Lord Jesus Christ. So together it will be grace to you and peace from God our Father and Lord Jesus Christ. And this is a beautiful example from the book of Revelation. Let's read it. Kai doso, humin, hekasto, katata erga, humon. So here we have two words, and the first word has the upsilon here. So this word means you, and we look at the ending. It's dative plural, right? Dative plural, so it means to you. All right, so kai doso, I will give. This is the verb didami. It's a me verb. We can see this sigma here, which tells us that this is a future form. The ending is the first person singular, so I will give humin, to you. So to you is plural. This is a collective word, to you as a group of people. And the next word is hekasto, which means each or each person. And if we look at the ending, this is dative singular. Here is a group, and here is every individual person. So I will give to you as a group, to each one of you. So here we kind of single out every single individual. We can say it actually simpler in English. We can say I will give to each of you, so each individual of you as a group, as a church. All right, so I will give to each of you. And here we have a prepositional phrase, katata erga humon. Kata works with two cases, and so in order to understand its meaning, we look at the case of the following word. So this is accusative plural, so kata plus accusative means according to. So according to the works humon. So here we also have upsilon, so it means you. The ending is genitive plural, so of you, or simply your. So according to your works. So the whole sentence will be I will give to each of you according to your works. Another beautiful example from the Sermon on the Mount. So let's read. Ego de lego humin agapate tus echtrus humon. So ego means I, de means but, so but I, lego, but I say, and I suppose you already guessed the meaning of this word. So we look at this. This is upsilon, so this word means you. This is dative plural, but I say to you. So but I say to you, agapate. Agapate is the imperative. It is a command. It means love. Oh, I guess this is where it should be. Love tus achtrus. So here we see the accusative plural. So accusative is the direct object of this verb. So love the enemies humon. And I suppose you already guessed this word too, but let's just do it through step by step. So upsilon looks like English you, so this word means you, and this is genitive plural, so it means your. So love your enemies. Love your enemies. So this Bible verse comes from the Gospel of John chapter 4, the story when Jesus spoke with the Samaritan woman, and this is what he said to her. Humeis proskuneite ho uk oidata, hemeis proskynoumen, ho oidemen. So these two parts, they're actually very similar, they are parallel to each other, or actually opposed to each other. So let's take a look. So here we have humeis. We look at the first letter, it's U, and we see that this is in the nominative case. So this is our subject, and it means you. You proskynete. So this is the verb proskyneo, and here we see the second person plural, which kind of agrees with our subject here. So you worship, proskynete means you worship. This is a relative pronoun, which means what. What, this is don't. So this is the negative particle, don't. And here we have another perfect verb, oida, which means I know, and the same ending as here, second person plural. So what you don't know. Okay, so you worship what you don't know. So this is the second part when Jesus speaks about Jews, and he says we. So again, this is the subject here. So we proskynoumen, we worship, and here we have the first person plural ending, which agrees with our subject, which is also first person plural, we. So we worship what we know. Again, this is the same ending here. So we worship what we know. And this is our final example from the first letter of John, chapter 4. Beautiful text. So I want to finish on the positive note. So let's read it. Hemeis agapomen hoti autos protos agapesen hemas. So we have two words here. So we look at the first letter. It is eta, so it means we, and this is the nominative case, so we translate this as we. This is our subject, agapomen, and here we have a verb in the first person plural, which agrees with our subject, which is also first person plural. So we love, from agapao, we love. So here we have some contraction because agapao is a contracting verb. So we love hoti, because autos, he. So this is also our subject in this clause, because he, protos, first, agapesen, this word comes from the same word as this one, agapao. It is modified a little bit. So first we see that instead of alpha we have the eta here because of the augment. When it combines with alpha it gives us eta, so we have augment here. And then we see this sigma. It's not here, it's not in the verb agapao, so sigma represents either the future or the aorist, but because we have augment, so it's aorist, third person singular, so the subject here is he. So because he first loved hemas, so this is eta, so it means we or us. We look at the ending, it is accusative, so we translate it as us. So we love because he first loved us. Now you should never confuse these two words again. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you to learn, please like this video, subscribe to this channel to receive more videos like this. And if you like my teaching style, please consider my video course of the Biblical Greek Grammar from Alpha to Omega. I'll take you from zero to hero. You will be able to read and translate Biblical Greek on your own. And finally, I wish you nothing less than success. Learn Greek, love God. I'll see you in the next video.